Hi all. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick introduction to Demicoma so that you can develop adequate defenses for the same. I'll do it through 16 hands, and below this video, there is a brief description of the openings. Of course, when we play a tournament, you have access to all the opening bids and you can also ask questions. So let us begin. So this is deal number one. Unfortunately, for some deals in this software, I'm not getting the diagrams properly, but that's okay. We can see the hand. So on this deal, the opener has 5 plus 3, 8, 4, 12, 14 high card points, balanced hand. The standard of the Demicoma opening is 1 notrum, 14 HCP balanced, open 1 notrum. 1 notrum promises 12 to 15 HCP balanced or semi-balanced hand. In third, fourth seat, 1 notrum can be opened on 10, 11. 1 notrum opening may have long minor or can have one 4 card major but can't have both 4 card majors. Let us move on to next D. So this is deal number 2. East is the dealer. We are only looking at the openings, so we don't have to worry about other details of the deal. Although, of course, I'm aware vulnerability and other things do play their own part. Okay, we come to deal number 2. This is again a 1 notrum opening. We have 12 HCP balanced hand. Now this is about the low of the range that we will be willing to go. It is 12 to 15. With 12 you have a choice. You may open, you may pass. Pass is still an option depending upon opponent, situation, vulnerability, etc. We may pass this hand. In first and second seat, that is. So in third and fourth seat, 10, 11 HCP could get opened 1 notrum. Let us move on to deal number 3. Now, in this deal, we have 16 high card points. Again, this is a balanced hand, but it is 4-3-3-3 and Jack 3-2 of diamonds are the weak link, kind of. We often give a choice not to count this. Even otherwise, in Gorain and in the old literature, you would read that with 4-3-3-3 shape, you typically deduct 1 from the total high card points. Anyway, here South has 16 HCP, balanced hand, 4-3-3-3 shape. We might open 1 notrum, might open 1 club. 1 club is 16 plus HCP, but still discounting that diamond jack, downgrading the hand, we might open 1 notrum on this one. Remember, our HCP evaluation is flexible, up and down grades for shape, dry honors, or 10-9s. If there is a surfeit of 10-9, we might upgrade the hand. All this is possible. Let us move to next deal. In this deal, the opener has 5-4 and minors, but 16 HCP, 9 of which are in short suits. So Ace King of Spades and Queen of Hearts, the singleton honor. The long suits are not of very good quality. Some ways might still open 1 notrum, even if Heart Queen were Heart King. So that is even 17 points we might downgrade to 15. This would be 1 notrum in most players' hands in Demicoma. And this is about the highest we would be willing to go. You are unlikely to find an 18 card opening, 18 HCP 1 notrum opening, but in very rare cases 17, and in some cases with an honor not being counted for its full HCP value, you might find 16 pointer getting opened 1 notrum. Let us move on to the next deal. In this case, we have a 6 card diamond suit, 13 HCP, more or less semi-balanced hand. We won't open this hand with any other bid. We'll prefer 1 notrum. Most systems treat this hand as a balanced and typically lump it with their no-trump opening should the range allow. In this case, the range 12-15 allows it, so we'll open one no-trump. Let us move on to next hand. This hand has 4-carded heart. It's again a 4-3-3-3 hand, 14 HCP. If we click here, it is 14 HCP, button link points, everything else comes up when I click here. But anyway, with 4 hearts, there is an option. We may open one no trump, we may open one diamond. This particular hand is a tennis laden hand that should preferably conduct the contract. The lead should come into this hand. So Demicoma allows this one no trump opening with the 4-card major. It is a discretionary opening. Some players may choose to open one diamond for various reasons, but more likely the opening would be one no trump. Let us move on to next hand. In this hand again we have 14 HCP. It is a balanced hand, but we have both majors 4 cards. In Demicoma, you cannot open one no trump on this hand. You have to open one diamond. One no trump denies 4-4 in major. It can have one 4-card major, but it cannot have both. The correct opening is one diamond, which shows 11-15 HCP and which promises some 4-card major. It can have both, and when you have both, you have to open one diamond, as this deal shows. Let us move on to next hand. This hand you have 14 high card points and you have 4-carded spade. You don't have 10 aces. This hand, the recommended opening is one diamond, but some players might still prefer to open one no trump, which is fine because you only have one 4-card major. Now, what are the reasons for which a player might decide to open this one diamond? Well, one is his LHO could be much weaker player than RHO. Typically, this happens when a pro and a, sponsor partner, and typically you could find a one no trump opening on this hand from a Demicoma player just so that the LHO is on lead. Other reasons is partner may not be a great dummy player, or partner may be a bit down on the day, or maybe this is a third, fourth sit and you want to preempt competition. Again, on this hand, you could open one no trump, but the recommended opening would be one diamond. Let us move on to next hand. On this hand, you have 4-carded spade, 5-carded diamond, 12 high card points. The recommended opening in Demicoma is one diamond that promises a 4-card major. It could have longer minors, could have 5 clubs, could have 5 diamonds, could have 6 clubs. So on this hand, the likely Demicoma opening is one diamond. In fact, that is what would happen on almost 100% of cases. You cannot really open anything else on this hand. Let us move on to next board. This is a similar hand, only that you have 5-carded spade and 4-carded diamond. Now, Demicoma one diamond opening promises exactly 4 cards in some major. It cannot have 5. So when you have a 5 in major, you open one of that major. So the correct opening is here. Here is one spade. If you had 5-carded heart, you would have opened one heart. And typically, these openings, one heart or one spade, could also have a longer minor. So five spades and 6 diamonds, you will still open one spade. So that is another point there about Demicoma that you might want to know. Let us move on to next hand. This hand you have 6 diamonds and 4 spades, again 13 high card points, but the recommended opening is one diamond to promise a 4-carded major. You can see that playing in spades, you could rough out diamonds and then there are enough entries. The spade suit had some body in queen 10, king queen 10. Club ace is also an entry, so this hand will play well in spades and will not play all that well in diamonds unless partner has the missing diamond top honors. So the recommended opening is one diamond. Most likely opening with most players, most Demicoma players would be one diamond. Let us move on to next hand. This is a similar hand, but now the diamond suit has a better body. A six carded diamond to king, queen, jack. This hand will play better in diamonds or in no trumps. You have a source of trick in no trumps with the long diamond suit. Playing in diamonds, you are unlikely to get shortened if a club or heart is played and you are forced. So, the recommended opening is not one diamond, but it is two diamonds. So, note that the suit quality and playability decides or guides this particular choice. Let us move on to next deal. Here you have 5 diamonds and 5 clubs. Now Demikuma has a 3 club opening that shows both minors, 11 to 16 HCP. So this hand will typically get opened 3 club, sorry, not 3 diamond. But some players might open 2 club, 2 diamond, maybe by accident or oversight. That could happen. Note that this is not 3 diamond but 3 club. There is an error here. So this 3 club opening is Demicoma promises 5-5 in minors and an opening hand up to 15 or 16 points. Let us move on to next deal. Now here again you have both minors, but if you just click here, it is a 3 loser hand. Just look at the last line in the box. It is a 3 loser hand, 13 HCP but 3 loser hand. In Demicoma, 0 to 3 losers, 1 or 2 suitor hands get opened with a 2 no trump opening. So 2 no trump shows 0 to 3 losers, either 5-5 which is a 2 suitor hand or 7 plus which is a single suitor hand. So these strong distributional hands get opened with 2 no trump, and we have methods to figure out what is happening, mostly natural, but I'm explaining the two no trump opening here so that if you need to develop your defenses, this is a heads up for that. Let us move on to next hand. In this hand you have a single suit, and this is a 3 loser hand. There's these 2 small hearts and a club. Again, 0 to 3 losers, single suitor hand or 2 suitor hand, we open 2 no trump. So this hand will get opened 2 no trump. The common Demicoma opening would be 2 no trump. Finally, here is a hand that is 6-4-2 and doesn't have 7 cards in one suit, is not 5-5, but a 3 loser hand. If you click here, it shows a 3 loser hand, but you cannot open this hand to no trump because it is not single suitor in the sense that you don't have 7 cards in a suit. So most likely this hand will get opened 1 club. The recommended opening is 1 club. Once in a while you might find a 2 no trump opening here, but it is not recommended. Once again, 1 club promises 16 plus HCP, rules out 0 to 3 losers with 1 or 2 suitor hands. 16 HCP are counted flexibly. Upgrades from 15 are occasional but definitely possible. That could be due to 10s and 9s or sequences, or occasionally in third or fourth set if the hand looks too good. A player might decide to open 1 club even with 15 points rather than open 1 at 1 spade, 1 diamond or 2 club or whatever and risk it getting passed because it is third, fourth set opening. Finally, downgrades are also possible from 16 to 17 out of 1 club as we saw in some earlier hands. So these are the 16 hands. I wanted to give you a heads up. This is a different system. You might want to design your defenses accordingly. There's nothing unnatural about it. Mostly these openings are natural. You can see that the reasons for which you choose a particular opening and in a hand are quite sophisticated and appealing. Nothing that is counterintuitive, nothing that would not appeal. But in any case, I created this video so that you're aware of the different scheme of things that we follow. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Please post them below the video. Thank you for having a look at this video. Bye for now.